Yesterday it was reported that Doug Peterson would be back as head coach. Today it's reported that Carson Wentz wants a trade. What'd you do to my quarterback, Doug?
Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat here. So today we have come with the hell is that? It's a big ass dog. Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody, doing? King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I hope you guys are doing well. It is game day today. It is game day. Today is the day we find out who wins the NFC East. Will it be them chicken sacrificers in Dallas? Will it be the stinky Giants or the Washington no-names? Who the hell knows? The one thing I do know, it won't be the Eagles. We'll be playing for a high draft pick, and we're going to need a really high draft pick, especially if what is being rumored today is true, okay? Now, I'm not going to be streaming the Cowboy-Giant game. I got some things I got to take care of. We'll be streaming the Eagles-Washington tonight, so come hang out with me during that. Should be interesting, should be fun. A lot to talk about for sure, but we'll see what happens. However, I had to come talk about this Carson Wentz situation, okay? Because yesterday it was reported, after they said that Jim Schwartz would not be back, that most likely Doug Peterson will return next year as head coach. It's very funny to me that today it is now being reported that Carson Wentz wants out. He's asking for a trade. He'll help facilitate a trade. I can only think and imagine that means restructuring his contract to get the hell out, okay? They're saying that the relationship is fractured with the Eagles. I'm assuming specifically Doug Peterson, and it just isn't going to work. And it's probably true. We don't know for sure, but it is interesting that Doug, he's coming back. Yesterday they say he's coming back. Today Carson wants to trade. So to me, it sounds like the Eagles had to make a choice between Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz. And if they're going with Doug Peterson, I disagree with it. Not gonna lie to you, I think it's the wrong decision. I don't like this at all. I do not like this. This has bad signs to me. This is like Reggie White flashback. This is Randall Cunningham flashback to me, okay? I can see Carson Wentz going somewhere like Indianapolis, which apparently it's being reported he's real interested in going if Philip Rivers retires. I could see him going there. I could see him going to New Orleans and becoming an MVP quarterback, okay? That doesn't bother a lot of people. Some people are like, well, that's great for Carson. I'm glad because I like Carson. I hate this situation. I don't want him to go somewhere else and be an MVP. I want him to be an MVP with us. That's why we drafted him. That's why we spent all that money on him. I don't want him to go somewhere. I can't stomach that. That bothers me. Okay? So I hope this isn't true because to me, the best thing for the Eagles to do, in my opinion, this offseason with Carson is to try to fix him. Try to fix him. Shut up with your loud, stupid car. But, try to fix him, and see what you can do. Have an open competition between him and Jalen Hurts, and let's see if you can fix him, because I think you can. I think if you take the donuts out of his mouth, you let him lose some weight, get back into the weight he played in 2019, I think he'll be good to go. This is the second year that he's played pretty much the whole season, or went the whole season healthy. So he's pretty far away from his injuries. I don't think you have to be concerned about that. And I say, let him and Jalen Hurts have open competition. Let the best guy win. That's what I would do. Now, here's the thing. If you trade Carson Wentz to, let's say, Indianapolis, to New Orleans, what are you going to get for him? What are you going to get for him in return? I mean, what? You're not going to get a first-round pick. I would be shocked. You're not going to get a second-round pick. I would be shocked. Maybe like a third-round pick, conditional, second if he's an all-pro again or something. What are you going to get? You're going to be selling this guy for nothing. And, oh, yeah, by the way, you're eating $34 million this year. You're eating $24 million the following year. Yes, you'll get some cap space. You will. You'll get like $30 million extra dollars come 2022, something like that. But to me, this isn't the right direction. Trading him isn't the right thing. Now, if he wants out I don't know what you can do. You're going to have to trade him, I guess. I don't see the choice. He doesn't have a lot of leverage, but is he going to be really happy in Philly? My question is this. How is this relationship so fractured that he has to leave? I mean, what happened from the end of last year to now that he has to leave? Are you telling me it's because he was benched in the Green Bay game, that was it? That ruined all the relationship? When Foles was there and was the quarterback, breathing behind, breathing down his neck, they got rid of Foles. They gave him a contract extension. Okay, they did these things to show that they were interested in him. So where's the relationship fractured? Obviously, it's between Doug and Carson, and I don't think it's the benching. I think it has a lot more to do with Doug trying to make Carson Wentz something he's not. This goes back to what I said at the beginning of the season when Carson came in 25, 30 pounds heavier and he looked fat and slow, right? I think they went into the offseason and said, you have to be a pocket passer. You can't run because you get hurt too much. We want you to gain weight so you can take more of a pounding in the pocket, and it'll help you with that. And we want you to be a pocket passer. Well, what you did was you took Carson's best things that he does away from him. You took his mobility, his ability to roll out and throw on the run, throw outside the pocket. You took it away. Okay? And then at the end of the year, he's struggling because he's trying to do something, be something he's not. And then you bench him and you put it all on him. That would fracture a relationship. That's the only thing I can think of what happened. I think, because I don't think it's just, hey, they benched me the rest of the year. He knew he was playing bad. He already knew he was playing bad. Okay, I think he would accept it. But I think it's the fact that they put him in a position to fail and then blamed him for it. That's what I think. And he does deserve some fault. I'm not saying he doesn't. He does. But I think that is what would fracture a relationship. So, if this relationship is fractured, and Doug Peterson was on the hot seat, right? So, meaning he'll come back for 1 year, but if he struggles, the Eagles are going to fire him. Then to me, it's stupid to get rid of Carson Wentz. Just fire Doug. If Doug is on that kind of a hot seat, fire him, keep the quarterback, keep the player, bring in somebody, see if they can fix him, open competition between him and Jalen Hurts. If Doug is on that hot seat, because look, Doug could have very easily been fired this year. He comes back 1 year, they struggle, he's going to get fired. This is like the Sixers letting Jimmy Butler go because he didn't like Brett Brown and they kept Brett Brown. Well, you kept Brett Brown 1 year and you fired him. And you let Jimmy Butler walk. Stupid. So to me, the thing to do with the Eagles, what they need to do, they need to keep Carson. These exit interviews are going to be very interesting. We're going to find out if Carson really wants to get traded or if this is a rumor. Who knows? We're going to find out. And here's the other thing. Tonight, Carson Wentz is inactive. He's not even dressing. I'm okay with it. Don't need him to get hurt. Don't need him to play. Whether you trade him or keep him, you got to keep him healthy. Okay? And then we're also hearing that Sudfeld most likely is going to get some playing time. So it sounds like Jalen's only going to play a little bit, and then Sudfeld's going to play. This is something I would also do. So I'm okay with all those things, okay? But, I don't know. Here's what, it's just, it's mind-boggling to me that you could have a franchise quarterback, a guy you just signed a huge extension, and then this whole thing collapses. Only in Philly would this happen. Only in Philly, okay? Here's the other thing you have to take into account and you have to think about. When it comes to the draft now, if you do trade Carson Wentz, all of a sudden, getting a higher pick, maybe a third pick overall, fourth pick overall, is important. Because you may have to draft that quarterback. Okay? If you're going to trade Carson Wentz, you may have to draft a quarterback. You have to consider it. Because Jalen Hurts hasn't had enough games under his belt. He hasn't played enough. We don't have a long enough resume to know if he's that guy. And you can't wait until you're picking top 3 again or something like that. You got to strike now. If there's a quarterback at number 4, a quarterback at number 5, you got to pull the trigger. So this may screw up the whole draft because you have to consider a quarterback. I mean, we talk about Devontae Smith. I would love him. Jamar Chase, love him. Parsons. All these guys sound great, but if you need a quarterback, you have to go there first. And if you trade Carson Wentz and you have just Jalen Hurts,
you have to consider drafting a quarterback. It's just one of those things. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the Eagles could do. My hope is that Carson wants to remain. These reports are overblown, not true. And that the Eagles will try to fix him and then have him and Jalen Hurts in open competition going into next year. That's what I want to see, but we're going to find out. Either way, I will be back later. Talk to you guys tonight during game time. It's going to be an interesting game, and we'll see what happens. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.